Did you know there's a disease so rare and bizarre that it literally turns your muscles into stone-like bone, locking your body in place one joint at a time? Imagine a simple bump, or even a routine vaccination, sparking a chain reaction that builds an extra skeleton inside you. It's called Fibrodysplasia Ossificans Progressiva, or FOP, and it affects just 1 in 2 million people worldwide. In this video, we'll unpack what FOP really is, from its hidden genetic trigger to the heartbreaking reality of living with it. And I'll share the latest breakthroughs that offer real hope. Stick around for 10 minutes, and you'll walk away empowered with knowledge that could spot early signs or support someone in need. Let's get into it. FOP, often nicknamed Stone Man Syndrome, is an ultra-rare genetic disorder where your body's repair system goes haywire, transforming soft tissues like muscles, tendons, and ligaments into actual bone. This heterotopic ossification creates a secondary skeleton that fuses with your real one, progressively restricting movement until everyday tasks become impossible. It's not just a muscle issue, it's a full-body betrayal that starts subtly in childhood and worsens over decades. With only about 800 confirmed cases globally, FOP impacts people of all ethnicities, genders, and ages equally, but its toll is immense. Restricted breathing, chronic pain, and a median life expectancy around 40 to 56 years due to complications like thoracic insufficiency syndrome. To put it in perspective, consider the story of Harry Eastlack, a man whose condition began at age 10 and left him completely immobilized by his late 30s, able only to move his lips before pneumonia claimed his life in 1973. His donated skeleton at Philadelphia's Mutter Museum has become a poignant tool for researchers, reminding us that behind the science are real lives frozen in time. But here's the thing. Early awareness can prevent missteps that make it worse. Let's break it down step by step. First, the telltale signs that often appear right at birth. Malformed big toes. Nearly every person with FOP is born with short, bent, or fused big toes. Hallux valgus with a missing joint or noticeable lump, which is a classic red flag missed by many doctors. It's like your body's blueprint has a glitch from the start. About half also have short thumbs or other minor skeletal quirks, but the toes are the giveaway. Think of it as nature's barcode for this disorder. Spot it early, and you can avoid harmful tests like biopsies that trigger worse damage. For little ones, this might just seem like a quirky foot issue, but it's the first whisper of what's to come. Transitioning from these subtle hints, the real chaos unfolds in early childhood with the onset of flare-ups. Next up, flare-ups, the inflammatory episodes that kickstart the bone formation. These aren't random. They feel like intense muscle swelling, pain, warmth, and stiffness, often mistaken for tumors or infections, lasting days to months. Picture your soft tissues as a garden overrun by weeds. In FOP, a minor trauma like a fall, bruise, viral flu, or even an intramuscular shot sparks a misguided immune response, flooding the area with bone-building signals. By age 5 to 10, these flare-ups typically hit the neck and shoulders first, creating hard, permanent bone bridges that lock your head in place. I remember reading about a young girl named Emily, just 7 years old, who bumped her arm during play. What started as a sore spot swelled into a painful lump, and within weeks, that muscle turned rigid bone, ending her ability to lift her arm freely. Flare-ups can happen spontaneously too, but avoiding triggers is crucial. Trust me, this sets the stage for the progressive lockdown that follows. Now, the progression. How FOP methodically builds that extra skeleton. It spreads like a slow-moving tide, from the upper body down to the trunk, arms, and legs, fusing joints in a predictable pattern that leaves no escape. By the teens, many can't fully open their mouth, leading to eating struggles and malnutrition. By 20s, walking becomes labored as hips and knees stiffen. Imagine your body as a flexible machine, slowly encased in concrete. Each new bone mass restricts breathing by squeezing the rib cage, causes hearing loss from jaw fusion, or even leads to scoliosis. In advanced stages, you're often wheelchair-bound, with only fingers and lips mobile. Emily's story took a turn here. By her early 20s, chest bone growth made deep breaths impossible, turning simple colds into crises. The emotional weight, isolation, dependence, and watching your world shrink. It's why FOP isn't just physical, it's profoundly isolating. But wait till you hear about the genetic culprit. It's what makes all this possible. At the core is the cause, a mutation in the gene, which codes for a receptor that normally regulates bone growth during development. In FOP, a single swap, usually arginine to histidine at position 206, hyperactivates this receptor, turning injury signals into non-stop bone commands. It's autosomal dominant, so if one parent has it, there's a 50% chance per child. But 97% of cases are spontaneous mutations, no family history. Think of it as a faulty switch that flips your healing process upside down. Instead of repairing muscle, it ossifies it. Discovered in 2006 by researchers at Penn Medicine, this insight has fueled hope, but it also explains why FOP spares the heart and diaphragm. Those smooth muscles dodge the glitch. Diagnosis relies on clinical signs plus genetic testing. Avoid X-rays or biopsies as they can provoke flare-ups. Early detection, often overlooked as cancer or fibromatosis, saves lives by guiding careful management. Feeling the weight of this? Hang on. The solutions are emerging faster than ever. The silver lining. While there's no cure yet, management and new treatments can slow the beast. Prevention is your best defense. Steer clear of trauma with protective gear. Get subcutaneous vaccines instead of intramuscular, and treat fevers early to dodge flare-ups. During a flare-up, short courses of high-dose corticosteroids like prednisone can ease inflammation if started within 24 hours, paired with NSAIDs for pain. Skip surgery. It backfires spectacularly. For daily life, gentle physical therapy, braces, and mobility aids maintain what's left of your range. And the game changer. In 2023, the FDA approved Sohonos, palovarotene, the first drug targeting FOP, by blocking retinoic acid receptors to curb new bone growth. Clinical trials showed up to 60% reduction in flare-up volume. Ongoing trials at places like UCSF explore anti-inflammatories and gene therapies. Emily, now in her 30s, credits early palovarotene access with preserving her arm movement. Small wins that add up. Genetic counseling helps families plan, and joining registries like IFOPA's advances research. These steps aren't just coping, they're fighting back. Wrapping it up, FOP is a relentless foe that starts with a toe deformity, ignites through flare-ups, and builds a bony prison via that mutation, stealing mobility and breath one day at a time. But stories like Harry's and Emily's show resilience, and breakthroughs like Sohonos signal a brighter path. If you notice big toe anomalies in a child or unexplained swellings, push for genetic testing. Early action changes everything. Don't brush off the signs. Consult a specialist familiar with rare disorders. Share in the comments if FOP awareness hits home, or if you've supported someone rare disease strong. We're in this together. Subscribe for more deep dives into hidden health threats. Like and share to spread the word. Stay vigilant, and I'll catch you next time.